I am live and ready to go. Welcome everyone to another edition of, I guess, Dr. Delay calling random games. I am Dr. Delay, that's me, and I'll be doing tonight's Red Sox and Angels game. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully we get some runs tonight. We had a pretty good game last night with the Pirates and the Brewers, so hopefully, today is a good one. Of course, the Angels are the home team. What does that mean? Well, that means that they are going to send out their starting pitcher first, as it's going to be Tyler Anderson. I believe he played for the Pirates, right, for a little bit? Am I wrong here? Yeah, no, he did. Right beneath my big face. As this camera, whatever, it is what it is. He's 2-5, 4.56 ERA, a WHIP of 1.4. So he's okay. It is what it is. I mean, I'm sure he's doing fine, I guess, for the Angels. I mean, Angels are 38-40, still in the playoff race, of course. 2.5 games back from the. I guess that's the Mariners. The Mariners hold the last wild card spot, so it's not over despite the run differential of -50. But I'm sure again they're pretty happy that they're just 2.5 back. Of course, for the Red Sox, they're 40-40, and they are only 1.5 back. Of course, losing 3 in a row, so they're looking for a bounce back win. As we are set and underway, this is Rob Refsnyder as he takes the first pitch, low, ball one. Rob Refsnyder batting .301, OPS of .930, 5 home runs on the year, and 14 RBIs. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be taken for a called strike. Let's see here. We got some statistics, or I do anyway. Boston, they're 1-2 actually when I call games for them. The Angels are 0-2. So, not exactly the best teams to call, I guess, as here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there for ball 2. Not the best teams. It's not their fault that they're not good whenever I'm here. It's just I bring bad luck. I'm a bad luck guy, I guess. I don't know. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit foul. Again, Boston 1-2 when I call games for them. The Angels 0-2. 2-2 count here to Refsnyder. Here is the 2-2. That's upstairs, ball 3. So 3-2. The count is full to Refsnyder. Anderson listening to the pitch comm as he delivers. That's low, ball 4. So Refsnyder is aboard to start this one. And that's going to bring up Roman Anthony. He's batting .128, OPS of .562, 1 home run and 5 RBIs. He does walk quite a bit, 9 walks through 39 at-bats. That's pretty good. It's making sure the audio and all that is fantastic. It's okay, as that first pitch is going to be in there for a called strike. Of course, I do have a poll up. Feel free to vote on that poll. Who do you think's going to win today? Of course, it's Red Sox or Angels. Right now, Red Sox with 2 votes. Angels with none. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. So 0-2 is the count to Anthony. Anderson sets, looks over, and delivers. That's going to be low for ball 1. So 1-2 count here to Roman Anthony. Anderson sets and delivers. That's going to be a ground ball, foul. Anthony limping. I don't know if it hit his foot there. Didn't quite check, or didn't really show. Anthony, the #1 overall prospect in baseball. Pretty good in AAA, 913 OPS, 10 home runs in 58 games. So a lot of expectation placed on Anthony's shoulders as that's going to be hit to left, and yet that's going to go foul. Made his MLB debut June 9th. So again, he's young, 21 years old, not much experience in the major leagues. 1-2. Anderson, the veteran, sets and delivers. That's going to be low for ball 2 as the veteran trying to get him to chase. 2-2. And just like that, I'm just noticing it's now 50-50. What does that mean? Well, 2 votes in now for the Angels, 50% for each, as Anderson sets and fires. That's going to be hit foul as Anthony just working this count. That was the 7th pitch of this at-bat. Again, we do have a poll up, 2 votes apiece right now. Who do you think is going to win, Red Sox or the Angels? 2-2 is the count to Anthony. Anderson sets and fires. That's going to be hit to first. No, it's going to be foul as it just couldn't stay fair. So that was the 8th pitch there. We're going to wait for the 9th pitch. Man, again, Anthony battling. You see his batting average. It's not that good. He's sitting at 128, but he does walk a lot. That's why his OPS is a 562. I mean, 562, again, that's not good. I'm not about to say that's great, but when your batting average is 128 and your OPS is 562, that means you either have a lot of power or you get on base. As here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside ball 3. Anthony, again, a really good eye. So that was the 9th pitch. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up in a few moments. Anderson sets. And we got a pickoff attempt, and Ref Snyder is back safe and sound. Three and two. Anderson already at 15 pitches. Here's the 16th. As that's going to be hit foul. Anderson's got to be a little frustrated. I don't know. I mean, he's working a count here. 10th pitch is a foul. What's up, Rhino? How's it going? Hopefully all is well. Yeah, I don't know if it's a party, but hey, I appreciate you stopping by. 3-2 count. Anderson delivers. That's going to be, called strike 3. That one, he worked a huge count, and that was just not a good call by the umpire as he is set down on strikes. That's going to bring up, I believe this is Romy Gonzalez. I've only done the Red Sox 3 times, but I'm feeling like I'm trying to get the names. I'm getting them a little bit better. Pardon me. He's batting .305 OPS of 851. 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. Got to get you I know, man, as that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Yeah, that's actually one of the first few comments I got when I started doing this. Like, hey, why are you holding the mic? I'm like, well, I mean, I place it there, and you guys could barely hear me. So I don't mind this, though. You know, it makes me feel official or something. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. Feel like I'm at the actual game or something like that, holding the mic. 0-2 count here. Runner on first. 1 out. Anderson delivers. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And down goes Gonzalez. And that's going to bring up Carlos Nevarez. He is batting .274, OPS of 800, 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. Yeah, no, I definitely should. It really depends. I don't want to invest in too much more equipment, but I know I should. I invest in probably that. That'd probably be the last thing I do. And then, if I make money, of course, which I'll be in the future if that happens, that's going to be in there for a called strike. Then I'll probably go ahead and invest more into this. 0-1 count here to Nevarez. Anderson doesn't like the signs. As he sets, looks over at Ref Snyder, and delivers. That's low. for ball one. Looks like the Red Sox taking the lead in the polls. 60% of you think the Red Sox are going to be winning tonight. The Angels at 40%, obviously. 100 minus 60 is 40. Feel free to vote. It is free. It won't cost you a dime to vote. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike two. 1-2 count here to Navarez. Runner on first. Hello, everybody. Not looking good for bets today. I thought Reds, Yankees. Oh, boy. That's going to be inside. So, yeah, no. So, somebody by the name of RFK, and he may stop in a little bit later, he used like 20-something of his accounts to vote, and he confessed, as that's going to be a ground ball to short, throws to first for out number 3. So, nothing doing there for the Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the first. Your score, 0-0. Yeah, no, so unfortunately, my good buddy of mine decided to be a jerk and use up all his freaking like alt accounts and vote for Yankees Reds, and I called him out and he confessed. So that pretty much voided that game, unfortunately. So the one or two of you guys that did actually vote for that one, it was undone because of one person. So yeah, that's why we went with Boston and Los Angeles. Of course, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Hey, Bing, how's it going? Nick, yeah, Nick is an OG. He has been here for a while. So thank you again, Nick, for your support. Always listening. If you like what you see, again, hit that subscribe button. 59 game. This is my 59th game of the year. And, of course, you see I'm a Pirates fan. Doesn't mean I just do Pirates games. I do bounce around. Yeah, the Pirates do. I mean, I've done 26 games for the Pirates. So that means it's been 33 other games. So, again, I bounce around, listen to my subscribers. Nick, of course, he's a Diamondbacks fan. I haven't really done the Diamondbacks in a while. Since that epic comeback. Not since the new thumbnail. I got to get them in. But their matchups lately just haven't been appealing. But, yeah, if you're a sports fan and you like what you're listening to, most likely not what you see, definitely hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. And, of course, again, you see I'm ready for football. Hopefully I see you there. And I'll get more into that a little bit later as the Red Sox going to send oh, wow. I didn't even realize he was pitching tonight. Garrett Crochet. 7-4, 2.2 ERA, whip of a 1.03. He's a really solid S-tier starter in this league. Zach Neto is going to be at the plate to face him, batting .278, OPS of 820, 12 home runs, 29 RBIs on the year for Neto. As they're going over Crochet and his scouting report, as I'm sure we'll get this first pitch in there eventually. Maybe. He's just chewing gum right now. All right, Neto steps in. Crochet delivers. That's going to be chopped foul. 0-1 count to Neto. Again, I have to confess that, hold on. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be inside for ball one. Boston 1-2 when I call games for them. The Angels are 0-2. So I just don't bring good luck to these teams, as that's going to be inside. Checked his swing. And the first base umpire said he did not go. So, good news, though. Red Sox would move to 500 with the win, or the Angels would get their first win with me calling. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So nothing but good things here. Sean, how's it going? Hopefully all is well, man. Fred Lynn, better on the Angels, Red Sox, or another team? I'll have to check that as here's the 2-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. I'll check that after I check out Luis Rengifo. He's batting .219, OPS of .561, 4 home runs and 18 RBIs. And their play hasn't been appealing. Los Suarez. I know, but, you know, I mean, I still got to live up to my promises here. So I'll get them in. They just need to have a good opponent, as that's going to be a ground ball to short. Throws to first for out number 3. Okay, so I cannot check the stats yet for Fred Lynn, as that's going to bring up Mike Trout. He is batting .225, OPS of 769, 12 home runs, and 28 RBIs. Now we'll get to go ahead and check some stats here. Fred Lynn, who was he better on? Well, I don't know. If there's any Angels fans here, you can tell me. As here's the first pitch. That's going to be outside ball 1 to Trout. Said he better on the Red Sox, Angels, or another team. As here's the 1-0 to Trout. That's going to be low for ball 2. I'm going to say the Red Sox. I mean, just looking at it initially. He won MVP with the Red Sox. California. Okay, I was looking for the LAA. California. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be a ground ball foul. So 2-1 is the count. Yeah, I'm going to go with Boston. Final answer. He definitely crushed it with Boston. Thank you, of course, for the question. As always, as we're moving it back here. 2-1. Crochet delivers. That's going to be chopped foul. So 2-2. I know Sean isn't the biggest fan of the American League. And ironically, I haven't really covered much of the American League as well. So maybe I subconsciously also don't like him. I don't know. But we're covering him tonight. Hopefully it's a good one, as Crochet delivers the 2-2. That's going to be low, ball 3. Sorry, I've missed last few. Been crazy. Oh, well, hey, I was just worried if you were okay. You know, I'd noticed that you weren't popping in. But again, I'm not going to be. Don't worry about. I'm going to be fine. I was just worried about you. As here's the 3-2. Called strike 3 as Trout strikes out there. Nothing doing there for the Angels as we head to the top of the second. Your score 0-0. But yeah, no, as long as you're good, I know. So you said it's been crazy busy. Well, just again, take care of you and your family or whatever you got going on, man. Which California team do I like? Ooh, that's a good question. Well, hopefully no one gets offended with the answer or anything like that. It's a tough one. I'm not really the biggest Dodgers fan, to be honest with you. You know, Los Angeles Angels. I should appeal to those fans tonight, but I'll just be real with you. Not really. Not really a fan of either LA team. Padres or Giants, man. I like the Giants because of the ballpark, and I like the Padres because they don't like the Dodgers. So it's really a tough one. I don't know. Of course, Freddie Sanchez played for the Giants. I'd say Giants, honestly. I prefer the Giants. That would probably be my favorite California team. Thank you for the question, Bing. You know, it is what it is. If people didn't like that answer, I mean, I have to pick one. So I'm going to offend, I guess, 3 or 4 other fan bases. But if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you're wondering what's going on, well, we're in between innings. So, you know, this is a great opportunity to chat with you guys, which I do appreciate. Again, feel free to comment down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I'll do my best to answer it while, you know, the game is on. Of course, that'll be the priority. But, you know, I don't mind chatting. Dave Henderson, better on California or Boston. I'll be sure to check that out. But yeah, no, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button as we're working our way back here. That is not it. To Los Angeles, where it is 0-0. And I'll probably Google his name and then switch it back to the player. So I got to look up who is batting. So I'll come back to Dave in a moment, as it's going to be Jared Duran at the plate. He is batting .257, OPS of 715, as here's the pitch. That's going to be low, ball 1. 5 home runs and 38 RBIs. Oh, by the way, Sean, I don't know if you noticed, but you do have access now to the batting average and OPS, as here's the 1-0. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Throws to first for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Trevor Story. He is batting .235, OPS of .648, 11 home runs, and 39 RBIs. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, well, again, shout out Rising Rhino. He kind of helped out there, him and some buddies. So, Sean, feel free to check out, and everyone else, feel free to check out Rising Rhino. He's a big football guy. He helped out very much with me getting to 250, as that's going to be in there for a Colts, right? So check out his channel. He's also another sports fan, loves football. As I'm checking, you said California or Boston. 0-1 count here to Story. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike two. I'm assuming you mean Oakland. Oakland. So I'm not seeing. Definitely Oakland if that's the case. So I'm going to go Oakland final answer here. 0-2. Anderson delivers. That's going to be a chopper to short. Throws to first and gets him by a couple of steps for out number 2. That's going to bring up, I think it's Sadani Rafael. I'm not too sure. Batting .256, OPS of .721, 8 home runs, and 30 RBIs. Football, football, football. Yes, and again, I cannot wait for football. I am very ready to go. As here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Another vote came in for the Red Sox here. 67% of you guys think the Red Sox will win. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just inside for ball 1. Was Nolan Ryan better on California, Houston, the Mets, or Texas? Okay, I'll be sure. Giants fan, welcome. Of course, I know you from Rising Rhino. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 2. So 2-1 here to Rafael. I got a Nolan Ryan question. And I know the most baseball fans would probably be able to tell you, but when it comes to baseball, I'm just in between a casual and a diehard. Here's the 2-1, and that's going to be hit to left field at the warning track, and he makes the catch at the wall for out number 3. I'm going to circle back here. So we head to the bottom of the second. Your score is 0-0. And again, folks, if you like what you see, definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me out a lot. Been doing baseball since opening day. This is my 59th baseball game of the year. I'm going to try to do 60 tomorrow. There's been some other things that have come up late. My dad's going to need my help in the morning, and I'm driving 3 hours away. So I will try to get my 60th game of the year. Wanted to do 60 and 61, but I'll be lucky to get just 60 in there. So yeah, no, I'll be doing some more baseball hopefully tomorrow. I really do apologize if I can't, because again, I really try to get on here every day, especially as of late since I no longer work evenings. I'm going to go with California here. 138 and 121, ERA 3.07. Yeah, I'm going to go with, well, I don't know, Houston was pretty good too. Shoot. I don't know, that's a tough one. I might lean California. Their final answer. But that one's close. But yeah, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. As far as these teams are concerned, I don't really do them much. This is my 4th Boston game and 3rd LA, Los Angeles of Anaheim. But again, if you're a fan of these teams, just be active, get your face, get everything out there for you, so I can interact with you, know who you do, and or who you cheer for, and I'll be sure to work you guys in slowly and slowly. Again, you see, I did the Red Sox not too long ago, another Red Sox game. So Red Sox fans were coming out a little bit more, and here you go. And of course, I did remember someone mentioned, do you cover Angels? I'm like, not really much, but finally working them in. So here is the pitch to Ward. That's going to be high for ball 1. I got to check the chat here. That is fantastic, Doctor. Thank you. I honestly don't remember what I said, Sean, here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside ball 2. He's batting .210 on the year, OPS of 743, 19 home runs, and 53 RBIs. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. What did I say here? 2-0. Here's it's gonna be inside ball 3. San Francisco Giants. I got you. I'm trying to remember. What did I say? I'm sorry. I already forgot. 3-0 count here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ball 4. So Crochet walks Ward on 4 pitches. That's a little uncharacteristic as this is going to bring up Logan Ohapi, I think. I think it's Ohapi. Batting .233, OPS of 739, 17 home runs, and 37 RBIs. As Crochet delivers, that's going to be a ground ball to short. There's 1 and 2. A double play. So the walk doesn't matter as Crochet on the next pitch gets the double play. And that's going to bring up Joe Adell. I know him only because of MLB The Show. I don't know why. Batting .223, OPS of 769, 16 home runs, and 39 RBIs. Lawrence Taylor is the greatest linebacker of my lifetime. Well, unfortunately, that was before my time, but I definitely hear that sentiment a lot by many people, including my dad. My dad also thinks so, though he likes Jack Ham. He loved Jack Ham, actually, but, yeah, a lot of people say Lawrence Taylor was, and I definitely would agree, as that's going to be fouled back. Of course, never got to see him play, but everyone seems to say that. Must have been pretty good. 0-2 here to Adell. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Crochet delivers. That's going to be low for ball 1. I'm just ready for football season, man. I know I keep saying that, but I am just... Oh, man, I cannot wait. Here is the 1-2. That's going to be chopped foul. Carl Banks. I recognize that name. I don't know who Pepper Johnson is. That may be just, again, all that's before my time. And I pride myself as a NFL super fan. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be upstairs ball 2. When it comes to the NFL, I feel like not many people that know the game a lot, better than I. But I don't know. I guess when you start going a little deeper, though, in the 70s and 80s, it's like, okay, start seeing how limited I am in that knowledge. As Adell's going to ask for time. Again, 2-2 is the count here in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, 0-0 is the score. Yeah, I figured they'd, again, just a little bit before my time. Here's the 2-2. Outside ball 3. Crochet wanted the call. Wasn't quite getting it. 3-2. Crochet delivers. That's outside ball 4. So the second walk of the inning is that's going to bring up Gustavo Campero. He's batting .200, OPS of 494. Hasn't really played much this year, only 15 at-bats. No homers, no RBIs. Mark Bavaro, great tight end. Yeah, unfortunately, again, I feel bad now. I just I don't know these guys. So that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Giants linebacker. Okay, so pretty much all of them were Giants linebackers. Yes, Sean, I did. I was able to get average and OPS. Hopefully that is what you were looking for. 0-1 count here to Campero. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. Foul. So 0-2 is the count here with 2 outs. Adell was on the move, so he's going to have to move back. Shockey now. That's a name I do know. Jeremy Shockey. Yes, I do know Shockey. But I didn't really see him much in the Giants. I was born in 96, so, of course I did see him on the Giants, but I do remember him as a Saint, actually. I mean, I know he played more on the Giants. But I do remember him as a Saint. Here's the 0-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So nothing doing there for the Angels as well. So we head to the top of the third where the score is 0-0. And again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Every like and subscriber definitely helps me out a lot. I really do appreciate it. Been doing this since opening day. And yeah, no, it definitely just helps me out. 59. This is my 59th game for baseball. Of course, you already see I have some football stuff ready to go. So if you're a football fan, man, I think this is going to be a pretty good channel for you guys. You guys will be voting on games that I do. Like on Sundays, I'll be doing Steelers games. I love the Steelers, but that's not the end of my Sunday. You guys will be voting. Of course, I'm going to have to weed out the idiots that spam vote. But you guys will be able to vote on and pick the game I call in that afternoon. So week 1, Tennessee, Denver, San Francisco, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, Los Angeles. I don't know what I'm calling. You guys will make the call. Same for college as well. Ready to go for college. Iowa State, Kansas State. I've picked that game. That'll be the game that I call. But I'm calling another game, and it'll be voted on by you guys. Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, Hawaii. So if you like the sound of that and you're not subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And again, I do thank you guys for tuning in and letting me be your voice for tonight's game. You saw Mark Vivero carry 6 to 8 defenders down. Whoa, wow. San Francisco. Oh, you're going to vote for the San Francisco game? Pepper and Banks, both 2-time Super Bowl champs. Yeah, no, the Giants. Pretty good in the 80s. I guess, did they win one in the 90s? I can't remember if they did or not. I know the NFC East was pretty good in the early 90s against the Bills. Yeah, no, they did. Yeah. Yeah, first one. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Is Jack Ham related to Kevin Bacon? I don't think so. Well, thank you, Giants fan. Hopefully you have a good night. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be low for ball 1. They were old school 80s Giants. They had a great team. Well, yeah, no, I've seen all the stuff. I mean, I've always, like anything about Bill Parcells that comes up, I definitely watch it. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Like Bill Parcells seems like a coach I would have loved to play for. Maybe not this version of me, but maybe like the younger version of me that was hungry and, just wanted to, be the best that I could be, wanted to be pushed. And this one's like, okay, I don't know if I want to be pushed at the age of 28. But, yeah, here's the 1-2. Almost hit him, but not quite, as that's going to be 2-2. Yeah, I got to keep grinding. I got to keep doing it. You got to do it. Meyer batting 186, OPS of 647, 4 home runs, 6 RBIs on the year. Here's the 2-2, upstairs ball 3. Wouldn't lie to you, though, if I were just handed everything here. It would be fantastic, but that's just not how it works. 3-2. Anderson delivers. Oh, that's going to be fouled off the umpire. The umpire's going to step out a little bit. Yeah, no, that's got to hurt. Oh, no, Lamont Wade is coming up. I can't get away from this bum. I'll be dollars to donuts. He strike out. Where's Lane again? Oh, man. I'm very sorry. 3-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit foul. Does he play for the, yeah, I guess you're looking at it. Three and two count here. Anderson delivers. That's going to be hit. Oh, it's down the right field line, and that's going to be fair. Oh, it's got to be at least 2, as Meyer is rounding second, heading for third, as there's going to be no throw. So Meyer with a triple to lead off the top of the third. The Red Sox are in scoring position, as that's going to bring up Nate Eaton, and I remember him from the last game, batting .750. Of course, he's only had 4 at-bats on the year. OPS of 1,500. I mean, again, he's a guy that never gave up. 28 years old, as you can see there. I mean, I can always admire that. I can admire that. As here's the pitch. That's in the dirt, and the catcher keeps it in front of him for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Eaton. Only 4 at-bats, but he's looked really good in those 4 at-bats. Again, batting .750. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Unfortunately, this is probably the highest it'll ever be again. I mean, it's pretty hard to bat .750. In one game, yeah, I mean, it's doable. In the first game that you play, well, I mean, it's pretty hard. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball foul, as he's going to have to grab a new bat, as his bat kind of broke apart there. So 1-2. So Eaton returning to the batter's box there, as we are set to resume play again. 1-2 is the count. Runner on third. Nobody out. Meyer with the leadoff triple to begin the top of the third. Anderson delivers. That's going to be inside, ball 2. And that one just missed. What a call. What a take by Eaton. 2-2. Anderson looking over at third. He sets and fires. Eaton hits this to right on the run, and he makes the catch. He's going to throw home. Meyer is safe, and the catcher is adamant. Well, pardon me, not really the catcher. Anderson thinks the catcher made the tag, so I don't know. We may see a challenge here. I'm interested to see. That was a pretty good throw by Campero here. Right on the line. A 2-hopper. Oh, that is so close, but he's actually going to be safe. It is close, but they will not challenge. Pretty good effort there by Campero, as that's going to bring up Rob Refsnyder. He walked earlier. He walked to begin the game, batting .301, OPS of .936. Could you beat Bill Parcells in a football game race? Football game race? Guess I'd be a little confused on what a football game race would be, as that is a 1-0 count. Like a race to score? Well, I guess I need a little bit more information there. As here's the 1-0. He was taking all the way for strike 1. One count here. The Red Sox scoring on a sacrifice fly. Eaton keeps his .750 batting average. So look at me go. I said it would probably never. You'll probably never see that number again. Well, he'll have one more at bat with it. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, could I beat Bill Parcells in a foot race? Yes, I could. And it's only because he's in his 80s. So I guess I would beat the old man. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be inside for ball 2. Bill Parcells. He's a legend. 2-2 count. Anderson delivers. That's upstairs, ball 3. And I would have loved to. Younger me would have loved him. Current me would love him for the Steelers now. But it is what it is. You know, time's kind of cruel. Been saying that a lot lately. As here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. Refsnyder walking to first, but that one was well above the knees. As that's going to bring up Roman Anthony batting .125, OPS of .550. Ref Snyder, yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. Thinking that was going to be out of the zone. As Anderson delivers, that's low for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Roman Anthony. Anderson fires the 1-0, and that's going to be outside ball 2. So 2-0 count to the left-handed rookie Anthony. As Anderson delivers the 2-0. That'll be outside ball 3. Anderson having trouble locating here. Again, this was the guy, Anthony. He had a 10 or 11 pitch at bat last time, and that was quite the show there. Finally wore him down with the strikeout. As here's the 3-0. He's taking all the way for strike 1. Was Bruce Hurst better on the Red Sox, I'm assuming Red Sox, or the Padres? I can check for you. As here is the 3-1. That's going to be hit to center. On the run is Adele, who makes the catch for out number 3. So nothing doing. Well, actually, no, pardon me. Sacrifice fly bringing in Meyer, who opened up with the triple. So, yeah, there's plenty doing there. I don't know what I'm talking about. As the Red Sox lead 1-0 over the Angels. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you're willing to tolerate some mistakes that I'll make calling the game, which, it happens. Like just there. That was pretty bad. Why did I say burst? I don't know. I'm combining his name. But yeah, if you're a baseball fan, if you're a football fan, well, this is a good channel for you. Do both. Of course, can't really do football yet. I did a little bit of UFL. But NFL and college is right around the corner. So hopefully you like the sound of that. And, of course, I do read the chat. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm reading the chat, definitely interacting, as I am unsure. I mean, this is going to be a tough one here because do you value the longevity or do you go with the short term? I'm going to go with the short term here. The Padres, I think he was the better pitcher in his later part of his career. I'm going to say Hurst was better on the Padres. Final answer. Though he was a Cy Young, he did get some votes there in his final year in Boston. I'm going to go with Padres. Final answer. But yeah, if you do like sports, this is a good channel for you. So hopefully you hit that like and subscribe button. Tomorrow, well, I really wanted to do a doubleheader, but things have happened. My dad needs my assistance, and it is what it is. So I'll try to get one game in tomorrow. Really wanted to do 2. That's what I usually do on my off days is 2. But fate will be different as I'll try to get one in. As that's going to bring in, I believe this is Sean's favorite player, Lamont Wade. Sean is a lifelong Lamont Wade fan, as here's the first pitch. That's going to be inside ball 1. Wade's batting 172, OPS of 544, 1 home run, 15 RBIs. As a Angel, he's batting 211, 529 OPS. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Has Pujols retired? Yes, he has. He was a legend. Albert Pujols, we can check his stats out. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit foul. And we are blessed to watch some Lamont Wade. This is, again, Sean's favorite player. Pujols retired with 703 home runs. As here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to left. On the run is... And that's going to go out of play. So it's going to be a 1-2 count. Yeah, no, 703 home runs. Where are we at? Yeah, right there. He actually has the record for the most grounding into double plays. Wow. OPS of 918, of course. Again, that's with the years in, here. And then, of course, with the Dodgers. So very impressive. Here's the 1-2. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 2. 2-2 here to Wade. Lamont Wade. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be upstairs, ball 3. Again, I do have a vote, or I have a poll going on. Who do you think is going to win this game? Red Sox, 67% of you guys think the Red Sox will win, as that's going to be sliced foul. 3-2 to Wade. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Crochet delivers. That's going to be hit foul. Wade working the count here. Pretty solid at bat for Wade. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat as Crochet delivers. And this one's going to be hit to left. This one is going to be caught by Duran at the wall for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Christian Moore. Christian Moore is batting 156 on the year, OPS of 513, 1 home run, and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, ball 1 to the number 9 hitter. Crochet delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. Was Mo Vaughn better on California, the Red Sox, or the Mets? I'll check for you soon. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to right. And that one's going to get out of play. 1-2 count here to Christian Moore. One and two. As Crochet delivers, checked his swing, and he struck him out there. As that's going to bring up Zach Neto, batting .277, OPS of 816. No, Boston for sure. Won MVP in Boston. I'm going to go Boston, final answer. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Boston up 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Not the Mets. Yes, I can confirm it definitely was not the Mets. 0-1. Neto delivers. Neto hits it to third. Yeah, delivers the ball to third. And the throw was off the line, but he's able to step on the bag. They're saying he's out. The umpire immediately actually started looking at the Angels' dugout. And I don't think they're going to challenge. Oh, what a play by Gonzalez. Boston up 1-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'd give my performance today a 5 out of 10 if I'm being honest. But hopefully that's good enough for you to hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm doing... this is my 59th baseball game. As you can see, I've been bouncing around the major leagues. Yeah, it's a lot of Pirates games, I'm not going to lie. But I do bounce around. This is my 4th Boston game, 3rd Angels game. And, of course, if you're a fan of those teams, just let me know, and I'll try to work you guys in even more. That's kind of how it works. And, of course, you see the football thumbnails. I am just ready to go. I am such a big football fan. Hopefully you are too, and you hit that subscribe button. You guys will be picking a lot of the games that I do. You might see some games here like, well, what are you talking about? Well, I'm picking some. You guys pick the others. What does that mean? Steelers. I love the Steelers. I'll be doing Steelers. You guys get to vote for that later window. So Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, Los Angeles. That's week 1's afternoon schedule. You guys will be voting on that. Whoever wins the poll, you guys will or I will call that game. Same with college. I'll be calling Iowa State, Kansas State as is probably every single streamer in the world, but it is what it is. You guys will be calling or voting on that second window. Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, and Hawaii. So the winner of that one, I'll be calling. So if that sounds good to you, then Trisk should relinquish your services for the greater good. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I unfortunately have to help him. He's actually coming back in from Pennsylvania tonight. I know he's going to be exhausted. So, and then I got to help him out tomorrow. We got to drive 3 hours, or I got to drive 3 hours, as that's going to be a swing and a miss to Gonzalez. 0-1 count, batting .302, OPS of .842. So now, unfortunately, I do have to help him. It is what it is. That's going to be upstairs for ball one. I don't think anyone else will be able to. But, I mean, it is what it is, you know. I'm trying to keep things in perspective, you know. He's helped me out plenty of times before. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Throws to first for out number 1. As the Angels broadcast is laughing. As that's going to bring up Navarez. He's 0 for 1, batting .272, OPS of .796. 703. That is, yeah, no, he crushed it. To be honest, Sean, again, I don't remember what I said. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. Sometimes I just say things without thinking. Maybe that's why it's funny. So I'm an idiot. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike to Navarez. He's batting cleanup tonight. Here is the 0-1. Breaking ball upstairs, ball 1. Yeah, no, Pujols was very good. Very, very good. Elite Hall of Famer for sure. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Anderson at 64 pitches. Here with 1 out in the 4th. Anderson, the veteran, delivers. That's going to be chopped foul. So the count remains at 1-2. One and two. Again. Anderson listening to that pitch comm as he delivers upstairs, ball 2. Oh, yeah. I don't know if some of these chats are coming in slow or not. I'm not too sure. As here is the 2-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's going to bring up Jarren Duran. I can't remember. He's batting .256, OPS of .713 on the year. I'm seeing another vote just come in, as well as Christopher. How's it going, Christopher? Let's see here. Red Sox up 71%. Reds beat the Yankees 5-4 in extras on a Gavin Lux walk-off single. Going for the sweep tomorrow against the Yankees. Okay, congrats. Hopefully you guys are able to get it, and that's going to be in there for a called strike. And again, I'm not too sure if you're one of the few, as I do promise, that voted for that Yankees and Reds game. I think there may have been 1 or 2 genuine votes, and I do apologize, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. And I'll go ahead and show you, just in case you're unfamiliar with it. But we did have an idiot, calling him an idiot, vote with like a lot of accounts, you know, about 10 or 15, whatever, vote for Yankees Reds. So that's going to be a foul ball there. 0-2. So unfortunately, I had to void his votes. So I couldn't do it. They wouldn't have won regardless, but I just wanted to apologize for those of you, you know, that were a Reds or Yankees fan. You're looking at that, the final results, you're like, what the heck, man? Didn't matter what we voted. No, it's just some guy, as here's going to be the pitch that's going to be fouled back. Someone that I know. Someone that's a subscriber decided to abuse his power there. 0-2. Do you root for the Cincinnati Redlegs? Uh-oh. Is that what you call them, Redlegs? I've never heard of that one before. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. Your score, Red Sox 1, Angels nothing. Of course, I'll make this one quick, but again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Every subscriber helps out a lot. Been doing this since opening day. This is my 59th game of the year. Hopefully all this looks appealing to you. Maybe not that thumbnail right there with my sleep-deprived, ugly face, but everything else maybe. As again, been doing this since opening day. Ready for football. If you're a sports fan in general, this is a good channel for you. Definitely hit that subscribe button. And thank you in advance. I really do appreciate it. Now, to focus on baseball, what's been happening here. I've been able to go do a scoring update. But this scoring update is brought to you by Sean Cummings. Sean Cummings with this scoring update. He is the sponsor today. Tigers up 11-4. Over the A's in the bottom of the ninth. In the top of the seventh, the Dodgers up 8-3 over the Rockies. Nationals up 2-0 over the Padres in the top of the fourth. 3-0 Marlins up over the Giants in the top third. That's kind of confusing there. Rangers over the Orioles in extras 6-5. Blue Jays over the Indians 10-6. Braves defeat the Mets 7-4. Again, as Christopher let out earlier, the Reds, beat the Yankees in extras 5-4. Rays over the Royals 5-1. Mariners over the Twins 6-5. Diamondbacks were able to win against the White Sox 4-1. Brewers up and defeating my Pirates 9-3. The Cardinals defeat the Cubbies 8-7, and the Astros over the Phillies 1-0. Again, that scoring update brought to you by Sean Cummings. Thank you, Sean, for being tonight's sponsor. Root for the Reds, Phillies, and Giants. They were called the Redlegs, were they? I did not know that. Redlegs. Yeah, no, I would have never guessed. As here's the first pitch to Rengifo, and he hits this to center field. Right center, actually, as Anthony makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's going to bring up Mike Trout. He's batting .223, OPS of .765. Crochet listening to that pitch comm as he delivers. Taking all the way is Trout for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for ball 1. And yes, I said that correctly. So you can look at the screen of whatever you're watching it on, TV, phone, tablet, computer. That one looked like it was in the strike zone. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be upstairs, ball 2. 2-1 count here to Trout. Crochet delivers the 2-1. That's going to be hit foul. You know, I just realized that I can kind of pick out some NFL preseason games to cover already, because the preseason schedule is pretty much already released. It's like, I mean, everything else is released. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. Anyway, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 3. I know it's going to be kind of weird, but I'm actually looking forward to watching the Browns preseason because I kind of want to see how the quarterbacks do. Here is the 3-2. That's going to be hit to right, and that one is foul. Three and 2 here to Trout. Bottom of the fourth. 1 man out. Red Sox up 1-0. Crochet delivers. Trout hits this one to right, and that one's going to get out of play for a foul ball. It's been a pitcher's duel in this one. 1-0. Only one hit in the entire game by both teams. As here is the 3-2. Called strike 3 as Trout can't believe it. And he's going to walk back. And that's going to bring up Ward. He walked earlier, batting .210, OPS of 745. Like the Reds since 2006 when Brandon Phillips was traded from the Indians. I like San Francisco Giants since 2006, and I like the Phillies since 2008. Yeah, no, the Phillies in the 2000s, very good team. Especially in the late 2000s. As here's the pitch to Ward, that's going to be fouled back. 0-1 count to Taylor Ward. Little fun fact there, he had 4 walks last night. Wow. Jeez. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's taken all the way for strike 2. I think another vote came in for the Red Sox. Red Sox viewers or people that think the Red Sox are just going to win tonight. 75% of you guys think the Red Sox will win. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be hit. Oh, down the third base line. That's going to be possibly 2 as Ward is jogging into second. No throw. So a 2-out double for the Angels, and that's going to bring up Logan O'Hoppe, batting .232 OPS of 736. So the Angels with a nice opportunity here to potentially tie the game. Crochet sets and fires. That's taken for strike 1. 0-1 count, runner on second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Crochet looks back at Ward and delivers. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Oh, he's sending the runner. No, he's going to make him retreat. Now he's caught in between. He is out. Oh, what a disastrous decision by the third base coach, telling him to go, then telling him to go back. And Ward was just like, what the heck? He had to slide back. That was a great play by the third baseman, taking advantage of the mistake by the third base coach and the Ward. So a disastrous inning for the Angels as we head to the top of the 5th. Your score, Red Sox 1, Angels 0. I love that. I love it when it gets exciting. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Been doing baseball games since opening day. I can't understand if you're a fan of these teams and haven't seen me before. Well, I've only done the Red Sox 4 times, Angels 3 times, so I understand. I get it. How it works, though, again, if you are a fan of these teams, just be vocal about it, and I'll try to work you guys in more often. Obviously, I'm a Pirates fan. A lot of Pirates fans subscribe, so they're the most. And then for some reason, the NL West, I have a lot of subscribers with the NL West. So, hey, they're the second most featured teams on this channel. I mean, Padres 9, Giants 8, Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 7. I mean, that's just how it works. So be vocal about it. Let me know about your team, and I'll try to work you guys in. Of course, if you are a football fan as well, definitely hit that subscribe button as I'm ready for football. I'm sure you guys are too. But, yeah, I'm just ready. Of course, I'm not just doing Steelers games. I know you see the Steelers logo there. But I'm also doing that second window, which will be voted on by you guys. I'll be doing polls. You guys will get to vote on those games. Same with college football. I'll have you guys vote on that other window as well. Iowa State, Kansas State, I've already had that one up. The second window, I don't know. You guys will make the call. Of course, I'll be putting up that poll earlier that week. Same with the NFL, just earlier that week. So again, if you're a sports fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. It's free. I promise it won't cost you a dime. As that's going to bring up a story whenever we work our way back from commercial break He's 0 for 1, batting .234, OPS of 645. As they're doing commercials here. I know we're back. I know we're about to be back. And they're showing, okay, well, I already know they're on. All right, 1-0 count here to, apparently, I was behind a little bit as Anderson delivers. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Throws to first for route number 1. Again, I do apologize. I don't know how in the world that happened, but I was behind about 30 seconds. As that's going to bring up Rafaela. He's batting .255, OPS of 719. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th. As he digs in, Anderson delivers. That's going to be a ground ball to first. He's going to toss to Anderson, covering the bag for out number 2. So very quickly, 2 outs here. And that's going to bring up Marcelo Meyer. He tripled back in the 3rd inning, batting .197, OPS of 693. I don't know what's going on. Meyer taking his time, not showing that anyone called for time here. He's just not going into the box for some reason. All right, there we go. He's back in the box. Anderson, lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. Taking all the way is Meyer, and that's going to be a called strike. If you had the number 1 pick in fantasy football, who would you take? Ooh, that is a great question. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit as Meyer. It's going to be 2 for 2 tonight. I'm going to marinate on this question. I'm assuming it's a PPR league. Oh, torn. I mean, I want to say you got to say Barkley, but then it's like, well, he had that crazy year. He's probably not going to repeat that this year. You know, Barkley, Jamar Chase come to mind. I mean, you'd like to say Justin Jefferson, but then, you know, he has the new quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. I don't know how he's going to be. As this is Eaton, that's going to be low for ball 1. Again, Eaton's batting .750. He's only 3 for 4 on the year. Again, really great underdog story. 28 years old. He's just never giving up. I can respect that. I always will admire that. Of course, I was saying that in his last at-bat, he'll never see these numbers again. He'll never be at the plate again batting .750. Well, here he is after the sacrifice fly. As Anderson delivers the 1-0, that's going to be low for ball 2. Giants have been my favorite since 2005. Expos moved to Washington. No, standard. No, oh my gosh, no way. We disagree. Oh man, I can't. I love PPR. I can't play standard anymore. Ever since I got the PPR taste. Standard league. Okay. Here's the 2-0. That's gonna be a pickoff attempt, but he is back safe and sound. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to really think about that then. Jeez. Wow. I mean, I don't know. It's been forever since I played a standard league, to be honest with you. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. I mean, maybe Henry then? I don't know. Aren't quarterbacks more valuable in a standard league because of that? Or am I tripping as well? I mean, it's been forever, and I apologize, Nick. I have no idea. I guess it would probably be Henry. As here's the 2-1. That's inside ball 3. Throws to first, but he is safe and sound as the catcher was keeping him honest. I don't know, Nick. I maybe Henry. If it's not a PPR league, then Henry becomes very valuable, especially with Baltimore. 3-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, ball 4. And look at me. Again, I said earlier, Eaton, when he approaching the the plate for the first time in this game, like, you'll never be batting 750 again. 2 at-bats later, he's still batting 750. So, again, shout out Eaton there, man. That's awesome. Nate Eaton, never giving up. 28-year-old, just battling forever. That's going to bring up Rob Refsnyder. He's 0 for 1 with the walk. What's up, Luis? How's it going? Another OG in the chat. We got 3 OGs in the chat here. Nick, Sean, and Luis. That's always a pleasure. As we have a mound visit, looks like. I don't know if we're going to see a pitching change. He just pointed to the pen, but maybe. I don't know. Anderson was like looking back. Oh, Anderson doesn't like this. Anderson is swearing. Oh, man. Anderson is mad at the coach. Wow. Anderson's looking back at the bullpen like there's no way. Anderson is ticked. He's getting a standing ovation, but he is mad. So that's very interesting. Let's see. A guy could have 15 yards and end up with 10 points because of bubble screens. That's I totally agree. I totally understand that. But I guess I've been spoiled with the catching. PPR, pretty much points per reception. Every time you get a catch, you get an extra point. So, like people like Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, even Jarvis Landry for a good bit. He was like, those guys became valuable. Of course, the running backs that can catch, Matt Forte, Le'Veon Bell, those guys were just PPR monsters. And ironically, I think that kind of hurt NFL fans because everyone's looking at the fantasy football thing like, oh, man, that guy's... No, just because you catch extra passes does not make you better. The receiving back pretty much became more valuable to the average fan, even though that's not how reality works. We are in a pitching change, so if you're just wondering what the heck I'm talking about, that's what's going on. The Red Sox up 1-0. This pitching change brought to you by Nick. Nick, I can't remember how is it Bakemeyer or Backemeyer? I can't remember. How can they take the guy out? I know that, honestly, like, he had been pitching really well. I understand he has 2 base runners here, as Connor Brogdon is going to be replacing Tyler Anderson. Very shocking. Very shocking that he took out Tyler Anderson. Pitched really well. He really wanted to go 5 innings. I'm telling you, he was mad. He was swearing at the coach whenever he was exiting the field. 1-0 record there. 5.60 ERA whip of a 1.25. Here's Brogdon. That's going to be outside ball 1. Hate the pitch count. Again, I totally agree, man. Just limiting pitchers because of pitch count or whatnot, it's dumb. As Brogdon delivers the 1-0, that's going to be in there for a called strike. Bakemeyer. Okay, Bakemeyer. Yeah, Nick Bakemeyer with the, again, he is the sponsor for tonight's pitching changes. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Again, everyone's saying hi here, Luis. Again, just those 3 right there. Those 3 have been fantastic. Not saying you guys aren't if you're just watching, right there. But, yeah, these 3 have been here for a long time. Very thankful for them. They've kept me company through the dark days. As here's the 1-2. That's going to be high and inside ball 2. 2-2. Of course, Draven is the other one that I would consider like the, I think he was here before these guys, but he really only comes in for Pirates games. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside ball 3. 3-2. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Red Sox threatening here. Can they put a run across? Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Throws to first for out number 3. So Brogdon does what he needs to do. As Anderson, they show him in the dugout. He is not happy. He is still not happy. talking to himself in the corner as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Red Sox up 1-0 over the Angels. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely like and subscribe for more baseball content. Really do appreciate you guys. Been doing baseball, of course, since opening day. Haven't been able to do every game or everything like that, but 59 games later, and here we are. It's been pretty successful for my voice. Pardon me, my voice is dying over here. But, I've been doing a lot of games lately since, let's see, last 2 weeks here. 4, 8, 12, 16. So 16 games in the last 2 weeks. Hopefully that sounds good to you guys and you like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Again, every subscriber helps. As I see the Red Sox winning in the polls, 80%. A lot of Red Sox fans here. Again, just fans that are neutral voting for the Red Sox. Of course, these teams very statistically similar as far as record wise. Maybe not in the run differentials. Again, the Red Sox plus 11, Angels minus 50. But at the end of the day, all that matters is your record. They each have the same amount of losses. So we shall see. Again, if you do like what you see, folks, definitely like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. It really does. Having family time in the summer. Okay, that's cool. Padres can win tonight. They are falling behind the Giants. Uh-oh. Who was a better Angels pitcher, Weaver or Washburn? Let's see here. Let me check the Padres down 3-0 to the Nationals. Giants, of course, down to the Marlins 3-0. Ay. Not a good night for the NL West. Or at least for those teams. Dodgers, well, they're doing okay. And I know the Diamondbacks won. So as far as your guys' teams, it's not looking good. As that's going to be hit to right field. That one at the warning track. Anthony makes the catch at the wall for out number 1. Oh, my goodness. And I'll check, of course, who was the better pitcher. I know Jared Weaver. I remember seeing him, and I cannot spell Jared, apparently. Did I not spell that right? Am I in the wrong? Let me just do Weaver. Oh, Jared with what the heck, with an E? That's going to bring up Campero. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. He tries to bunt. That one's going to be bunted foul. That is not it. Why is this computer being like this? I don't know. 3.63. 20-game winner. Pretty solid. 150 and 98. Here's the 0-1. That's a big swing and a miss strike, too. All right, and then we got to check Washburn. Okay, apparently neither of these pitchers had a normal Jared name. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be upstairs ball. Well, this one's a little more normal, but not the one that you'd think of. The one that you spelled is not the case. Washburn, 107. And here's the 1-2. That's going to be fouled back. 107 and 109. I'm going to go with the other guy. Washburn was not better. It was Jared Weaver. Final answer. Thank you, of course, for the question. 1-2 count here to Campero. Crochet delivers the 1-2. That's low for ball 2. If a running back was healthy all year like Barkley and Henry, I'm weary of taking them in the first. Our running backs don't stay healthy like that, but Henry may be a different story. Yeah, no, Henry's been pretty consistent. Who are you rooting for? I don't really have a dog in this fight, as that's going to be fouled back. I'm kind of just calling the game just to call the game, just get a good stream in there, of course, hopefully it's successful. Get a subscriber or two. We shall see, though. 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be poked at, popped up. That's going to be a foul ball. As far as for receiver, Chase is the obvious one, but at the same time, even with Burrow, he's so inconsistent. That's what's so frustrating with him. And again, there's the problem with Jefferson, because he's got J.J. McCarthy, you just don't know. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to bring up, this is going to be Sean's favorite player, Lamonte Wade. He's 0 for 1, batting 171, OPS of 541. That's a miss. Yes, yeah, no. Hopefully hopefully we're able to improve. We improve every night. Then it's a good night. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. You know who hasn't shown up yet? Oh, I don't know. 0-1 count. Crochet delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-2 count. 0-2 count to Sean's favorite player. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So nothing doing there for the Angels. This game is moving pretty quickly. As we head to the top of the 6th, the Red Sox up 1-0. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. Been doing baseball games since opening day. 59 games in. It's been pretty cool. Hopefully tomorrow will be number 60. You know, depending on how that goes. My screen just went black. Oh, well. NASCAR, buddy. Oh, yeah, RFK. Oh, yeah. I like RFK. He's a good dude. He really is. But sometimes you just got to chill out a little, I guess, you know. But it is what it is. He's a young guy, you know. Rob, yeah, oh, don't even mention that guy's name, Sean. Oh, I do not like him. That guy, I wish I could just ban him forever. I just wish I could. But he'll come back in some other form. He'll probably impersonate any one of you guys. But as Crochet's Cy Young candidate, I would say so. You know, in the American League, for sure. I mean, obviously, I'm thinking of Skeens in the NL. In the AL, you got Scooble. I mean, I think isn't Max Fried still pretty good as well? I'm not too sure, but I mean, Crochet has been fantastic. 2.11 ERA, 7-4 record, WHIP of a 1.02. I mean, I would say so. But of course, again, we still got a whole nother half the year. Anything could happen. But yeah, I know there's the but. Yeah, I always gotta. You're really giving me what? He is your favorite player. You bring him up every time, Sean. You gotta. I mean, he's definitely your favorite player. Yeah, no, again, I like RFK. I really do, and I appreciate he subbed. You know, and I'm very thankful for every subscriber. I really am. So don't get me wrong. Like I do appreciate him. I mean, you know, he followed me on Twitter. I follow him back. You know, trying to support him as well. 1-0 count here to Anthony. And that's going to be low for ball two. It's just, again, you know, sometimes people can be much. Sometimes it is what it is. But I still like him. You know, he's always welcome here. As here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. You know, apparently he's very active in his, you know, church. So, you know, at least there's, you know, I guess, I'm not saying just because you go to church you're automatically a good dude, but, you know, the foundation's there. As here's the 2-1, that's going to be chopped foul. I mean, it always ends with Jesus is Lord, stuff like that. So, you know, it just, I don't know. I don't know how he is, like, who does he interact with? I mean, there's a lot of deeper things that there with his psychology. Like, you know, does he talk to a lot of people in real life? I'm getting off on a really crazy tangent here, so I do apologize. I'm just kind of looking deeper in here probably than I need to or should say on air. But 2-2 count to Anthony. We're going to go ahead and move on. As Brogdon delivers, that's going to be a ground ball to short. Throws to first for out number 1. So Gonzalez is going to be at the plate. He's 0 for 2, batting .299, OPS of 834. I probably definitely said a little too much there. It's on me. But I mean, again, that was just me thinking. Those are my genuine thoughts. So. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike to Gonzalez. Those on the fence, please subscribe. You won't regret it. Dr. DeLay, his sports. I try to be nice. Yeah, I do know my sports for football, but I mean, I guess I got wrecked a little bit earlier with the 80s talk, as that's going to be low for ball one. But I do know for the most part, the basics when it comes down to stuff in the past before my time. 1-1 count. Follow. Yes, so I did talk to. I was in one of his streams earlier. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be low ball two. Who did I talk to? I believe it was Pure General. You can probably see it right here. I did talk to him earlier. I have not talked to JJ yet. I was watching Pure Adrenaline, but I was also an official Jaguar Gator. I'm a big fan of him. As here's the 2-1. That's going to be a foul ball. He's going to rise to the top. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see. RFK is good. Just gets that's you put it much better than I did, John. Right there. No, he is a good dude. He just thinks it's a little too much. A little too much here. 2-2. That's gonna make it a 3-2. As that one almost hit him at the knees. But no, I'll still be an RFK guy. I'll still go to bat for him. 3-2. Gonzalez delivers. That's going to be right down the middle. Strike three called. I don't know what in the world was going on there with Gonzalez, but he's going to head to the dugout, as that's going to bring up Jaron Duran. It's 0 for 2, batting .255, OPS of .711. But yeah, no, Rhino, I did talk to I already forgot his name. That's going to be outside ball one. It was the one guy, the Pure Gentle. Yeah, no, he seemed like really chill guy. Really good. And I encourage you guys, if you guys are baseball fans, I know Sean and Luis and Nick, you guys, he seemed like a pretty cool guy. So that's going to be outside ball two. He was a Mets fan. And, yeah, seems pretty chill. 2-0 count here to Navarez. Brogdon delivers. That's going to be, that just missed ball three. And the Red Sox fan subscribers or followers just hate me now. Angels manager just yelling there. That's going to be in there for a called strike. What happened to Trout? He fell. I think it was more for just injuries. Injuries have really hurt him in the past few years. Here's the 3-1, and that's going to be hit to right. I don't know if that's going to stay in play. It may, and it does. What a catch there by Campero, who hits the wall, but made a fantastic catch to hold on. As we head to the bottom of the sixth, the Red Sox up 1-0. It's a lot of fun. Some games are pretty good, This one, it's not too bad. Most of the times, though, when it's 1-0, there is nothing going on, and it's the worst, Rhino. It really is. For me, I'm not trying to down baseball, because I know this is what I've been doing, and I enjoy doing this. But, we're already in the sixth inning, and only one score. So that's the equivalent of, it's the third quarter, and it's 3-0. It's in a football game, The Patriots are up 3-0 over the Rams. But I would still be going crazy for every little play, because I don't know, there's just that little difference when it comes to football. I love it so much. Again, I do love baseball. I'm not trying to turn any baseball fans away. Again, I've been doing this since opening day. 59 videos there. So if that's enough for you guys, hopefully that is good. Of course, football is something I plan on doing in the near future. As it's not football season yet. And of course, we'll do my best to be back here tomorrow. Got to help out my dad with some, stuff he needs. And I don't know when I'll be back tomorrow. I got to leave here at 6 a.m. and I got to drive 3 hours. So that'll be fun. Hopefully, I'm back in time for one game. My goal really is to try to do that Pirates game, that Paul Skeens. I don't know if I'll be back by 1. That's going to be pretty tough. We got to pretty much get there and then leave immediately. But we'll see. Football's our jam. Yeah, no, I think about it way too much, honestly. I think about it way too much. This is going to bring up Christian Moore. He's 0 for 1 on the day, batting 152, OPS of 497. As Crochet delivers, that's going to be upstairs for ball 1. Baseball's strategy. It's not about what, it's about how. Yeah, no, I got you. No, I 100% agree. As here's the 1-0, that's going to be a low ball too. But I do like, again, like the doubles and the triples and, the big, good, the catches, like the sliding or diving catches. When the game is lacking that, it can be a little bit rough. Like we had a triple earlier. Here's the 2-0, and that's going to be a strike as he couldn't hold up there. Meyer had that triple earlier. The one runner got caught in between. Like, that's always good. So, like, this game has had some of the elements that make it pretty good, as that's going to be a swing and a miss strike, too. I just don't like, not to hate on the team that I cheer for, but, like, oh, yeah, another lazy ground ball to second. Oh, yeah, no, it's just terrible hitting, terrible everything. And 2-2. Crochet delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. If the starting pitcher were in there mowing people down, it would be more exciting. But this pitch count rubbish, where they take out starters after the fourth inning. Yeah, no, I got another thing that I completely agree with, Sean. Betting on home runs makes baseball so much more exciting. Well, it also hurts your bank account, Nick. It really does. Here is Neto, and that's going to be inside ball 1. 1-0 count here. Crochet delivers. That's going to be hit to right and foul. 1-1 count to Neto. Crochet delivers the 1-1. That's going to be hit once again foul. So 1-2 is the count. Baseball has so many aspects that you can bet on. So many it really is. Strikeouts, hits, walks. Like will he reach base? Doubles, triples, singles, everything. Almost anything that. Same thing though. You can actually make that argument for a good amount of sports. 1-2 count here to Neto. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts. And that's going to bring up Renhefo. He's 0 for 2, batting .217, OPS of 556. There are so many statistics that affect the game. We are OG. We are. All right, you have a good night, Sean. Thank you, of course, for stopping by. I appreciate you. I'm glad everything's okay because, I did see you for a little bit there, but, life can be pretty busy. But I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. And if not, that's okay. Feel free to do whatever you got to do. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a chopper foul. I bet it's because it's an AL game, too. If it was an NL game, you'd probably push it the extra inning or two. And I don't blame you. Some people are, still keep the old traditions. And I like that. I do. I love, the old rivalries. 1-1, that's going to be outside ball 2. 2-1 count. Crochet delivers the 2-1. That's going to be a ground ball. No, that's going to be a foul ball. Ground ball that turned into a foul ball. People who watch baseball know it's not the same like football, basketball, soccer. It's a sport of its own kind. Yeah, no, I would agree. But you are more of a baseball guy. Like baseball to me, it's kind of my. I would argue it's actually my third. I really thought about that. I think I was asked that the other day. like, where would I, like, is baseball my sport? I'm like, no, football is my sport. And then I'm like, I don't know if I would even consider baseball my second favorite, because I love soccer. I really enjoy watching soccer. I played soccer, and I played, all these sports. But here's the 2-2. That's going to be chopped foul. I do watch baseball the second most out of all the sports. Soccer, I don't know. I do enjoy watching. I just don't have the access to it, I guess. As here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit to center at the warning track, and he makes the catch at the wall. Rafaela, very casual there, securing it for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 7th. Your score is still 1-0. Soccer can be so boring. I got you. No, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not gonna. It's an acquired taste. Again, I played it, so I definitely understand, like, all the ins and outs. I almost got a cramp just now. Oh my gosh. Scoring update. Sponsor. Actually, he just retired for the night. So Luis is going to be our scoring update sponsor. Thank you, Luis, for sponsoring. As the Dodgers are up 8-5 over the Rockies in the bottom of the 8th. Nationals tied with the Padres. Padres tied it up. Top of the 6th there, 3-3. Giants making a little bit of a comeback as they're down 3-2 to the Marlins in the bottom of the 5th. The Rangers over the Orioles 6-5 in 10 innings. The Tigers over the A's 11-4. Blue Jays over the Indians 10-6. The Braves winning. It's at the Cherry Promise, not anything else. Braves winning 7-4 over the Mets. Reds over the Yankees 5-4 in extras. Rays over the Royals 5-1. Mariners over the Twins 6-5. Diamondbacks over the White Sox 4-1. Brewers over the Pirates. My Pirates 9-3. Cardinals over the Cubs 8-7. And the Astros defeat the Phillies 1-0. Not to upset anyone, soccer isn't a sport. It's okay. All right, Nick. You won't upset me. I just disagree with that take. And Nick, I'm not going to lie. Most of your takes pretty good. You've been pretty good with a lot of your takes, Nick. That one should have been left in the drafts. That one was just not good. But no, you're good. Everyone can, we can agree to disagree, I ain't going to get mad over a difference of an opinion. Unless you force me to think it, then I don't like it. And of course, again, if you are just watching this for the first time, watching this channel, been doing baseball since opening day. So hopefully I see you in another one when you like and subscribe. Everyone like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. I really, really appreciate it. Again, thank you very much for stopping by. And there's a poll up, Red Sox fans or Red Sox, I don't know, people that think the Red Sox are going to win. Well, they're up 80% to 20% in the poll as who's winning, as that's going to be hit down the right field line. Duran, he's going to go to second, and the throw is not in time. So Duran with the leadoff double in the top of the 7th. So Duran looking pretty good there. 20th double on the year, and that's going to bring up Trevor Story. He's 0 for 2, batting .233, OPS of 643. Soccer's most popular because it's simple. I don't know if it's simple. Football and baseball have so much more strategy. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to call the game here as Strickland. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we had a new pitcher there. Strickland looking back Duran to second. Nolan Strickland. No, that's not Nolan Strickland. That's Nolan. I think it's Hunter Strickland, right? He's the one that Harper. Yeah. Here's the pitch. That's going to be right down the middle. Strike one. This is the one that Harper was feuding with, and it's probably still feuding. 1.62 ERA for Hunter Strickland. 1.08 whip. Pretty solid. Out of the pen, but again, allowing that leadoff double to Duran. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside. Ball one. 1-1 count for Trevor Story. He's 0 for 2 on the night with 2 groundouts. Red Sox with a chance here to double their lead as they're up 1-0. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be chopped foul. One and two count. Looks like we had an Angels fan or Angels supporter stop by and vote. Looks like the voting now is at 73% to 27. Angels cutting into that, or Angels fans there. So thank you, of course, for voting. 1 and 2 count. Strickland sets and fires. That's going to be hit high, but that one's going to be foul. So we'll do this again. One and two count here to Story. Runner on second. Duran with the leadoff double to begin the top of the seventh. Here's the pitch. That's low for ball 2. So 2 and 2. Strickland is definitely taking his time whenever he is pitching. 2 and 2 count. Strickland sets and fires. Chopper to third. Looks back the runner to second. Throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 1. So 1 away here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up Rafaela, who made a nice catch near the wall in the bottom of the 6th. He's 0 for 2, batting .254, OPS of .716. 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. Strickland sets and delivers. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Looking back, Duran throws to first. Did he get him? Oh, what a play by the first baseman. As the throw was off target, but he had to tag him all in one motion, tagging, like reaching out and able to make the tag. That was fantastic by Wade. Oh, yeah, that was such a play. The throw was way off target, making a leaping grab and tagging him all in one motion. And that's going to bring up Meyer. He's 2 for 2 on the night, batting .208, OPS of .710. Strickland sets and fires. That's outside for ball 1. Myers tripled and singled. He has scored the only run in this one as well. Of course, that was after the triple in the 3rd. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So Strickland in, allowing that leadoff double in the inning, but already 2 outs here. A few batters later, looking like he may strand the runner at second. 4 home runs and 6 RBIs for Meyer this year. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That is right down the middle for strike 2. A 1-2 count. Meyer's a rookie sensation. Tonight he is. I don't know about for the year, but he's definitely played well tonight, as that's going to be low for ball 2. OPS is .710, batting .208. He's okay. It's not too shabby. 2-2. Strickland sets and fires. Called strike 3. Meyer just looking that one all the way, as that one looked like it was a hittable pitch, but it doesn't matter. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Your score, Red Sox 1, Angels nothing. RFK. How are you doing, buddy? Been streaming for about 5 hours. Really? Have you now? Well, actually, I think I did get the notification on Twitch. I think I did. I did not check it out. I'm sorry. I was busy. I was busy. Hopefully it's going well, though. You know, I can always support you with my words, I guess. But yeah, no, if you're not subscribed and you're watching, definitely, if you think I'm doing okay, definitely hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me out a lot. I really do appreciate you guys for stopping by and chatting with me or just watching in silence. That's always okay too. Been doing baseball games since opening day. Hopefully that sounds appealing to you. 59 games, that's how many baseball games I've been in. You know, that's again, I'm very thankful for you guys. You guys have been fantastic. And of course, football is right around the corner. So hopefully I see you there. Of course, here are the baseball scores from around the major leagues. Dodgers up 8-7. The Rockies have kind of came back a little bit. Can the Rockies steal one from the Dodgers? Wouldn't that be something? 3-3. Padres again tying it up in the, well, I don't know when they tied it up, but they tied it up with the Nationals. Giants down 3-2 to the Marlins. And of course, those are your final scores from around the major leagues. Hopefully you enjoy. Move up in the minors at the beginning of June. No, I think he'll be all right. Let's see. I always get people all balled up with the last comment. I think it's funny. Which one was it again? Oh, yeah. No, you're good, man. You're good. I still think it's a bad take. Nick, you are really good. When it comes to takes, you know, you convinced me on Kyler Murray and your football takes, really. As Crochet delivers the first pitch to Trout, that's going to be low for ball one. But, yeah, no, your takes have been pretty good. Oh, it's 1-1. Apparently we're returning to coverage with already a pitch thrown. 1-1 count here to Trout. Sorry, guys. Almost hits him, as that's 2-1. Let the viewers pick the game after the first game. Right now I'm watching, or you're playing WNBA? You're like actually playing like NBA 2K5? Or you're actually like letting them watch WNBA? 2-1 to Trout. Crochet at 86 pitches, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike two. Congratulations to the Tigers becoming the first team to win. Oh, wow, congratulations. Yeah, look at that. I have a few Tigers. Well, I guess they are Lions as well. As here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside ball three. Again, that's how my brain works. It just immediately associates that city with the football team for some reason. Well, that's cool. 50-30. Yeah, no, good job. 3-2 count here as Crochet delivers the 3-2 inside ball four. That's a leadoff walk. So Trout is on. That's going to bring up Ward. He's 1 for 1 with the walk. He's gone on both times. Batting .212 OPS of 753. No, for legal reasons, you're doing play-by-playing? Really? You're actually doing the play-by-play for the WNBA. I'm actually going to have to check that out, as looks like we are going to have a miniature timeout here. Let me check this out. There's no way. Here's the pitch. That's going to be on the inside corner. Strike one. You're not play-by-playing crap. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Freaking RFK. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Ward, as that's going to bring up O'Hoppe. It's 1 for 2, batting .236, OPS of 742. No, your announcers. Okay. All right, yeah. Well, there it is. There it is. O'Hoppe sets, or pardon me, Crochet sets and delivers. That's going to be fouled back. Look at me, man. My announcing tonight, not that great. I would say 6 out of 10 performance from me tonight. Not my best night. Usually happens about once a week. It's random. I'll just be struggling for some reason. As here's the 0-1. Crochet looks over at first and delivers. That's outside for ball 1. You have 14 viewers? Yeah, no, I saw it. It's a good job. Oh, I forgot to leave a like. My bad, man. Because I'm just supportive like that, bud. That is not who I want to look at. I don't know who the... Oh, it's Queso. I'm not subbed to him. I don't know why it does that. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Don't worry, guys. I'm focusing on the game. I just got to show my support. Oh, wait. No, are you done? I don't see you. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs. Ball 2. What the heck happened? Are you gone? Did you just delete your channel or something? I don't see you. 2-2. Crochet sets and fires. That's going to be outside ball 3. I mean, did you just block me? I mean, if you blocked me, I guess it's whatever. I don't think I'll cry about it. I literally don't see you anymore. Hmm. 3-2. You got banned? What the heck? Here's the 3-2. That's going to be a ground ball. Throws to second. He's able to get the tag. So he's out. So not able to get the double play. So that's crazy. I was literally just watching a stream and you just got banned. That's crazy. Was there a troll? Well, look who's here, huh? Time for channel number 3. Also, hi. You got banned. Okay, well, I told you. You can't do that. As that's going to bring up Adele. Joe Adele, he's 0 for 1 with the walk. And I'm sorry, guys. I had to just see what the heck was going on with his channel. Literally just looked at it. And then it's gone. So we have a mound visit here. Red Sox up 1-0 over the Angels. Free RFK. Cancel. I'm not going to try to cancel them. I don't think I'll free you, but I definitely won't cancel you. As we have a runner on first. 2 outs. Crochet at 98 pitches, so I have to imagine this will be his last bat, or at least last inning if he goes further. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside ball 1. And by the way, no, there was not a troll. Coffee, I'm not too sure if you're referring to me or RFK. 1-0 count. Of course, thank you for stopping by, Coffee. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball as the count moves to 1-1. It's been a pitcher's duel, 1-0. Red Sox up here in the bottom of the 7th. Crochet sets and fires. That's a broken bat to second. Meyer can't field it cleanly as he had it, and then as soon as he tried to throw it, well, the ball fell out of his hands. So now there's runners on first and second, as that's going to bring up Travis d'Arnaud. He's going to pinch hit for Campero, which is very interesting. Campero, yeah, he was 0 for 2, but his fielding had been pretty fantastic, honestly. It's been really good. So we have a mound visit. I'm not too sure. I know what I did wrong. Next channel will be better. Okay, for sure. No, I'm asking since I see someone has been removed. Oh, someone was removed? I didn't even know that. Uh-oh. Nick! Luis? No. I think Luis accidentally did it. As that's going to happen. I may have lost a subscriber. Luis! You have your phone in your pants again or something. So, again, a mound visit there. It looks like Crochet is going to stay in the game. As Darno is pinch hitting for Campero. Yeah, no, I just unhid him. Hopefully he'll come back. As here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 1. 1-0 count. Well, thank you for saying something. Oh, hi, Nick. I don't know. It said you were hidden. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. Shallow right on the run. It is caught by the first baseman, Gonzalez. As we head to the top of the 8th, the Red Sox up 1-0. I'll make a new account. Tom, what the heck? Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber helps me out a lot. I really do appreciate it. If you're a fan of sports, then this is a great channel for you, as I'll be doing, well, baseball and, of course, football soon. And if you're a fan of college basketball, well, I mean, that'll be next year. But, yeah, I'll be doing that as well. But for now, it's baseball and football. Of course, football is just right around the corner, July 31st. I already have that ready to go. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you guys are as well. Same thing for, the college football season and, of course, the NFL. So if you're a fan of NFL, college, and, of course, again, I'm not just doing Steelers games. I'm not just doing random college. Well, I am doing random college games, actually. I'm just doing the most random ones. And you guys will have a lot of say in the channel. You guys will be voting on games that I do, and especially for the NFL as well. I mean, after the Steelers game, and I'm calling it right now, after the Steelers beat the Jets, and I think we'll beat the Jets. Not saying the Steelers are good. I'm just saying we're better than the Jets. I'm calling one of these games, and those games will be voted on by you guys. So you guys will have a lot of say in the games that I call that afternoon, especially, and for week 2, week 3, and so on. Titans, Broncos, 49ers, and Seahawks, Lions, Packers, Texans, Rams. I don't know what I'm calling. You guys know what I'm calling. And I'm stumbling on my words because I don't know what I'm saying. But again, hopefully you're willing to put up with this nonsense and definitely subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. How do I add that ticker to your streams? I was hidden. My phone is in my back pocket. So if it hits something, oh yeah, I will. You were, I think Luis is also, like, that has happened before, where Luis is actually, he'll do something, like he's working on something, and then he'll accidentally, like, it'll be like, not butt dialing, but it'll be like pressing somebody. So I guess it pressed you here. As this is going to bring up Toro, he's pinch hitting for Eaton. So Eaton's going to keep his 750 batting average. That's pretty cool. Abraham Toro, he's batting .291, OPS of .801, 5 home runs and 13 RBIs. Let's see, RFK, that's going to be upstairs ball 1. The ticker, you're going to have to go to, and I don't recall how to do this, and I do apologize, but it'll give you the instructions here. At sportsscoresbot.com, you're going to want to go there. That'll give you that ticker. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be popped up. Neto is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So, yeah, sportsscorebot.com. And it gives you that scoreboard down below, the one you see there, and, of course, this ticker right here. You can click manually what you want. Of course, I have baseball, football. Obviously there's no football there, but you know how it works. Or maybe you don't. That's going to bring up Abreu. Abreu is batting .253, OPS of .795. You went there and followed the instructions. Well, then I don't know what to tell you there, RFK. That's exactly what I did, or more accurately, my wife did. Thank you. Shout out the wife. Been using their chat bot. Yeah, you know what? I need to turn that on. So again, a little bit of a delay here as Bachman sets and fires That's going to be in there for a called strike. So 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Coffee beans. Yes, yeah. Thank you again for everything. 0-2. Turo is your MLB. Is he really? I'll have to look at that. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. Not really. No. No, sir. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Almost hit his foot, but he's able to get out of the way. Ball 2. I might need your assistance, of course, Coffee Beans, in the near future. Not, of course, now, but, you know. Probably get that chat bot working again. I'll have to look at it. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit foul. Yeah, I know this game. Yeah, 1-0. Not much happening here. It was, despite it being 1-0, as here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. I don't know what he was looking at there, but he is going to look at strike 3. He strikes out. That's going to bring up Anthony. He's 0 for 3, batting 119, OPS 526. This game was actually not too bad. I have pictures of you without the glasses. Okay. Did you find my Instagram? Like, this guy, he's a stalker. Here's the pitch to Anthony. Anthony hits it. Oh, what a play! Throws to first. Oh, my goodness. That was a fantastic play by Neto, as he's now smiling as he's jogging out the field. He knows he did something great, robbing Anthony of an easy hit. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. The Red Sox up 1-0. And again, if you are not subscribed, I definitely, well, all I can do is ask. Hey, if you like what you see, definitely subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. As you can see, I'm not the most popular guy on YouTube. But with your help, I can be somewhat popular, I guess. Mod RFK, what good will RFK do? Absolutely nothing. What bad? You're banned from Instagram? Yeah, no, for sure. You've streamed without glasses? I don't think I have. I actually do plan, and I don't know, you're going to be like, why? Now, I really couldn't tell you, but for some reason, I'm going to put in my contacts for football games. Like, when it comes to football, I'm going to take it so, like, I'm taking this serious as well. I want to make that be known, but I'm definitely, like, for some reason, I'm just so determined. Like, yeah, no, I'm taking off the glasses, and I'll be putting on the contacts. I don't think I have. I really? I don't remember. It was probably a football game if I did. It was probably one of the UFL games for some reason. But yeah, no, if you guys are just a fan of sports, definitely hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, thank you. I just got another glasses list picture. Yeah, this guy. This guy is RFK. You're something else. You're something else. You're lucky you have a good heart, bud. You're lucky you have a good heart. I've determined you have a good heart. Don't let me down. You do not do that. You do not do that. Do not let me down. All right, Wade is going to be due up here, followed by Moore and Neto. The Angels are running out of opportunities here. As, again, he is 0 for 2 on the night, batting 170, OPS of 538. I'm locked out of, I don't even know what that even means. Looks like Crochet is done for the night. As here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 1. Oh, I do. Oh, that is such a terrible picture of me. Yeah, no, 1-0 count. I just realized that. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul back, and she's referring to, if anyone wants to, if anyone cares. Look how sleep-deprived and just pathetic I look there. I don't know what in the world I'm doing there. Oh, I just look so bad. But I kept it anyway, because that's what people people like. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. You need VPN. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Wade hits this to center. Rafaela is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 away here for the Angels, as that's going to bring up Christian Moore. He's 0 for 2, batting 147. OPS of 483. I'm never going to let you down. Never going to turn around and desert you. There's your singing, by the way. As Weissert delivers. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1. Weissert sets and fires. And that's going to be hit to left field. That one's in the corner. That one is gone. I just spit everywhere. That's a home run. Christian Moore with a solo shot here in the bottom of the 8th. As he just ties it up just out of nowhere. As it's now 1-1. Again, you take out Crochet. And in the next inning, second batter, it's now a tie game. Oh my goodness. What are the odds? As that's going to bring up Neto singing next NASCAR. Yeah, no, that's never happening. I can tell you that. Here is Neto. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Will the wife ever join a stream? Probably. Probably. I don't know. I'm sure she has. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Probably in the near future. I don't know. She's not a sports fan. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a chopper. Foul. Mayhaps, yeah. Call her. No, I'm not going to call her. No, I'm not going to do that. No, sir. You want to see the AI wife? Yeah. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit left and foul as the ball boy couldn't quite make the play there. So 1-2. Again, 1-1 is your score. Moore tying it up with the solo shot just a moment ago. Taking advantage of the crochetless Red Sox. Here's the 1-2. That's in the dirt for ball 2. Who is warming up? Is that Kenley? Kenley Jansen warming up in the Angels bullpen. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. That's going to get down for a base hit. And all of a sudden, the Angels have the momentum. As that's going to bring up Rengifo. He is 0 for 3, batting .216, OPS of 554. Me versus Rob, who's better? Yeah, I don't really know. You're not really... I would say you're better, but there's definitely negatives to both. The only difference is that there's positives with you. There are positives with you, RFK. As Weissert sets, here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1. Weissert sets. Oh, no, he's going to actually walk back Neto. Weissert sets. And fires. That's going to be hit foul, and Neto was on the run, but he's going to have to go back to first. She is against you, I can tell you that much. She's not against you, more with me. 0-2. Weissert sets. Swing and a miss. He struck out Renhefel. And that's going to bring up Mike Trout. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, batting .222, OPS of .764. Weissert sets. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball and throws to first, and he is safe. It's a 1-0 count here to Mike Trout. 1-1 is your score. You didn't miss much, Coffee. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Throws to second. Neto is out by a mile, as the Angels were able to tack on one. As we head to the top of the ninth, your score 1-1. You're going to stew on that, really? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's such a no-brainer for sure. Actually, it is a no-brainer, no. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it. As, again, I've been doing this since opening day. So hopefully that's good enough for you guys. 16 streams in the last 2 weeks. There's the marker there. 8, 12, and then 16. Of course, football is just right around the corner. So if you're a football fan as well, definitely hit that subscribe button. Again, been doing this for a while. 59 streams. Tomorrow, hopefully, is 60. Really depends on how my personal life will be tomorrow. I got to help out my dad in the morning, and he might be. I'll have an answer in 3 to 5 business days. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 0. What about the Discord? I don't know. Now, I mean, with people like RFK around, I don't know if I want a Discord at this point. We'll see. We'll see. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. Due up here for the Red Sox is going to be Gonzalez, Narvaez, and Duran. Gonzalez is batting .296, OPS of .826. And we are just waiting, of course, for the top of the ninth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What? Gotta lay down the law. Yep, I don't know. Well, I'm going to definitely hope for tomorrow. Hopefully, ideally, I'm able to do 2 games. If not, I'll be sure to do at least 1. Okay. Thank you for that information there. Kenley Jansen's going to be in here in the top of the ninth. Jansen with a 4.39 ERA. He has 15 saves on the year, though this is not a save opportunity. Jansen sets. As he faces Gonzalez, that's going to be low for strike 1. Wow, what a call. Gonzalez couldn't believe it. 0-1 count. Jansen sets. And fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. So 0-2 count here to Gonzalez. Again, 1-1 is your score here in the top of the ninth. Looking at the poll, updated poll here, 60% Think the Red Sox will win. 40% think the Angels will win. Of course, that was at 80% to 20 not too long ago. As that's going to be found back. 15 votes are in. So thank you again for voting. Making your voices heard. 0-2 count. Jansen sets. And he delivers. Ground ball foul. That one was well inside, but I guess he was protecting all the way. So 0-2 count here to Gonzalez. Jansen delivers. Ground ball to short. Oh, Neto. Oh, throws to first. Oh, and he throws it away. But it bounces back right to the first baseman. As Gonzalez is going to stay at first. Now, Neto fielded it and kind of batted it around. Now he's kind of injured. That's a little bit of an injury delay there. The Red Sox put the runner on first. Neto, I'm not too sure what's going to go on here as he's kind of walking it off or trying to. Now he's going to meet up with the trainer and the manager. Switch laptops. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, it hit him on the forearm. Oh, yeah, that's always tough. Oh, yeah. Oof. This guy. All right, I think there's going to be a little bit of an injury here. So he's done. So they're going to pull Neto. He's going to exit. Yeah, and that ball was just a ground ball. Hit him in the left hand. I don't think he's going to be able to finish. He won't be finishing, as that's going to bring up Narvaez. Again, he's batting .270, OPS of .788. That's odd. Is it really odd? Yeah, so bear with me here again. An injury delay. Neto is done. And we have a injury substitution. As I'm trying to figure out what in the world's going to go on here. I don't know. So just bear with me. If you do switch to another channel, well, I promise they're going to be showing the exact same thing. Like, oh, well, there's an injury. But it is what it is. I can't stop you. Paris looks like he's going to be coming in, and that may... Paris is moving to right field. Kingery is going to move to short. Playing Modern Minecraft on my new one. Gotcha. Like Neto, he is a good human on top of being a good ball player. Yeah, no, he just took a line drive or a ground ball to the left hand. As we are back, as here's Jansen setting for the first pitch to Narvaez. As here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul as we are back resuming this one. Again, 1-1 is your score. Runner on first for the Red Sox in the top of the ninth. Jansen sets, looks back at first. Looks, checks over, throws over to first, and he is back in time. As that chair is going to squeak tonight, apparently. 0-1. Jansen sets. Checking over. And delivers. That's going to be in there. Strike two. Throws to second. He's out. Oh, but the ball got away. The umpire initially said out, but then the ball, you see, would just start rolling away from Moore. As he is now safe. Throw was in time. The throw definitely beat him. Oh, man, that is brutal for the Angels. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit foul, as the Red Sox now have a runner in scoring position with nobody out in the top of the ninth. But the throw was in time, and then, of course, on the tag, he couldn't quite hold on to it. I guess he had it, I think, on the end of the glove. And I guess the tag knocked the ball out. That's what it appeared to be anyway, in slow-mo. Jansen looking over and delivers. Checked his swing. That's going to be high for ball one. He did not go. 1-2. Jansen delivers. That's going to be hit once again foul. It's got a little battle here. Jansen trying to do what he can to keep this runner at second with nobody out. Jansen sets. Rocking back and forth. Very deceiving. I don't know how that's not a balk, but whatever. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit to left center field. I doubt he would test it, as he's going to throw to third. And Gonzalez is going to have to stay put at second. That's going to bring up Duran. He's 1 for 3, batting .257, OPS of .717. Again, runner on second. The Red Sox with an opportunity here to go up once again. And this looks like we're going to have a call for time. I don't know if that's going to do it for the Angels or for no, that's not going to do it. Looks like he's going to stay in again. Amount of it's here again. If you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button for more baseball action. Been doing baseball. Okay, that's not what I wanted to show you. That's not what I wanted to show you. Wow, I'm just clicking everything that's wrong. There you go. Bunch of baseball games since opening day. So you're not going to miss out on any baseball anytime soon. Hopefully, if that sounds appealing, you definitely hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much, of course, for letting me call this game. Have you made your MLB All-Star? I have not, actually. I have not. I should. Voting's got to be ending really soon. I can probably do that. I don't know. I'll do that soon. Might even do it on stream. Here is the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. 0-1. 0-1 count here to Duran. Runner on second, 1 out. Red Sox and Angels are tied. It's Jansen. Delivers. That's inside for ball 1. How about you, RFK? Have you made your all-star list? I'm assuming you've already voted like 20 times with 20 different accounts, if I had to guess. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball 2. Due up for the Angels in the bottom half of the inning is going to be Trout, Ward, and O'Hoppe. Pretty good group there. So the Red Sox need to take advantage. This is Jansen. Looking back, Gonzalez. Now, of course, Aroldis Chapman is going to be warming up in the bullpen here for the Red Sox. So that's quite the arm to have. That's Jansen looking over and delivers. Checked his swing. He went strike 2. That one was well up in the zone. You have, okay. Feel like I'll probably vote in McCutchen, but I don't know if there's another. There won't be another Pirate hitter I vote for. Paul Skeens will definitely get a vote. As here's the 2-2. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 3. 3-2. The combined 8 hits in this one. It hasn't exactly been an offensive showcase. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be inside, ball 4. So now the Red Sox have runners on first and second. So that's going to bring up Story. Trevor Story is 0 for 3. Batting .232, OPS of .641. You voted 0 Pirates. Okay, wow. You did not vote Ohtani. What the heck? Interesting, RFK, interesting. As Jansen sets and fires. That's going to be popped up. Shallow second. Paris at second makes the catch for out number 2. And that was a big out number 2 for the Angels, as that's going to bring up Rafaela. Oh, pardon me, that was Moore that made the catch. Paris was the one charging in. So Rafaela's 0 for 3 again, batting .253, OPS of .713. And this game has turned into an unfortunate one, really. It was kind of exciting at the beginning, but now it's just a lot of just slow, not much happening. It is what it is. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. They took out the starters, and then it started becoming the slow and methodical pitcher, taking their time. Strickland did that. Here's Jansen doing it here. Not much offense. Did have that home run, but here's the 0-1. Checked his swing, but he definitely went there. That's going to be strike 2. As Rafaela is going to ask for time. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right. Adele makes the catch for out number 3. So Jansen holds them to just the base runners, the two hits there, or 2 base runners there. That's going to take us to the bottom of the 9th. Your score is 1-1. And again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Again, been doing this since opening day. A lot of baseball. It is what it is. Not exactly the most exciting game tonight, and oh well, you live and you learn, I guess. Can't always get the good ones. Maybe it turns into a good one later down this road. I don't know why that's open. That should be closed. But yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not going to expect anything tonight. Draven, how's the game going? Thank you for stopping by, Draven. Draven, this game was all right. And then it just kind of, it became not that fantastic, to be honest with you. It's been pretty slow. It was moving very efficiently, too. Through 4 innings. Again, we had some excitement. We had a nice triple there at the beginning of the game. He had, he was caught, or one of the other runners was caught in between the base paths. That's always fun to call. But, now it's turned into you got walked. He ground out there, ground out here, popped up. Okay, yeah. Just basic stuff. And, not a lot of action. Especially since the starters, once they were knocked out, it's been a little disappointing. But maybe the Angels here, again, they have Trout, Ward, and Ohapi. That's a pretty good part of the lineup. coming up for them. Maybe they can win it here in the bottom of the ninth, as again it's 1-1. Adele would hit Adele would hit a home run to walk it off tonight because he screwed me out of money the last 2 days. Okay. Well, to be honest with you, I'm pulling for it. I hate the fact that you, again, just have the worst luck. But, by the way, Aroldis Chapman is going to come in and try to keep the Angels from scoring, and that's a pretty good guy to have. 1.41 ERA. Of course, that implies that, hey, he's been scored on before, so it's not over. Doesn't mean we're going extras. 0.78 whip this year. He's been fantastic. As here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball one. So, again, hopefully, for the Angels' sake, that Chapman has a off night. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside corner, strike one. A little bit of a favorable call. Pretty sure you know this, but I can't be your Thursday, Sunday. I'm assuming you're referring to the, you said you're helping out with the church, correct? Church camp, church something? As here's the 1-1. Tapper to Chapman. Oh, it's off his glove, and he is going to get on. I don't know if that's going to be an error or not, but looks like the Angels will have a leadoff base runner. I think they're going to give him a hit. Aroldis stretching for it. Couldn't quite make the grab. Trout, of course, was running it out. Yeah, no, again, you're good, RFK. I mean, hey, I appreciate you, of course, letting me know, and thank you for stopping by. And, of course, you have a good time with your, I think it was, you said, a church camp. So, again, do not be a bad example to those kids. As here's Ward. That's going to be well inside, but it's a strike anyway as the umpire widened that strike zone. 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1. Oh, no, got a pick-off attempt, but Trout is back safe and sound. So 0-1 count. Chapman sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. You have to ride in a van for 1 to 2 hours. My church went there last year. We get 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night. Slept for 16 hours the day we got back. Oof. GG's. That is unfortunate. Why did you only get 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night? Doesn't seem very good. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Ward goes down. That's going to bring up O'Hoppe. He's 1 for 3, batting .235, OPS of .739. Again, Trout is on first with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Last year, I wasn't a good example. I put bleach on the ground. I think I'm saying ground with no water on accident. Oh, did you? 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Well, don't do that this year. Don't do that this year. You know, that's all I got to say there. You know, you know better. 1-1 count. Chapman sets and fires. That's going to be popped up, and that's going to be foul. I figured he meant ground. I'm getting tired. 1-2. It's been an unfortunate game. It was pretty good earlier. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And O'Hoppe goes down, and that's going to bring up Odell. And now Nick did claim that Odell is going to hit a walk-off home run here. Wouldn't that be awesome? He's 1 for 2 tonight with a walk. Somebody got bleach blindness. We laughed it off. Bleach blindness. I don't even know what that means. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 1. 1-0 count here to Adele. Chapman sets. And delivers. That's going to be fouled back. 1-1. 1-1 count again. Runner on first, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Trending that we will probably go to the 10th inning. That's what I'm sensing based on how this game is going, how it's looking here in the 9th. Chapman sets. Looks over at first. And delivers. Swing and a miss. He couldn't connect there. Strike 2. When you're exposed to a lot of bleach by itself, you go blind. Oh, geez. Yeah, no, that sounds terrible. I would not be happy if I were that kid or parent of that kid. 1-2 count. Chapman looking over at first. And delivers outside for ball 2. Adele has 16 home runs on the year, 39 RBIs. He's definitely a power hitter. Chapman sets. And delivers. That's going to be fouled back. So we'll do this again at 2-2. Two and 2 count. Chapman looks over at Trout and delivers in the dirt. Checked his swing. He did not go. So 3-2. The outfield is playing pretty deep. Trout most likely getting a running start here with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. Chapman sets and fires. Upstairs, ball 4. Adele walks. Now, Kingery, he replaced Darno, who replaced Campero. He is batting only 143 on the year, OPS of 372. So this would be one of the more unlikeliest of heroes here if Kingery is able to make anything happen. Again, just a hit. Any hit really to the outfield. Trout would be a threat, I'd imagine, to score. This season, Kingery is 3 for 21, so he hasn't really played much. As Chapman sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1 count here to Kingery. I'll go ahead and move this down for you guys so we can see a little bit more clearly on what's going on. 0-1 count. Chapman delivers. That's going to be fouled back. So very quickly, 0-2 to Kingery as Chapman again being tasked with keeping this a 1-1 game and sending it into the 10th. Chapman sets. And fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So we got extra baseball here as it's 1-1 heading into the 10th inning. And I can't believe I'm still here. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. If you do, not my best performance tonight. It is what it is, you know. We'll improvise, adapt, overcome for next time. Again, been doing this since opening day. This is 59 games later. This is the 59th game of the season. So yeah, no, this is pretty much what I've been doing. Of course, football is just right around the corner, and I can't wait for it. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you guys are football fans and you will subscribe because of that as well. We'll do that. Ready for it. Steelers will be called every Sunday. Of course, I'll be having another game voted on by you guys. So feel free to vote or feel free to, subscribe. And then you'll get to vote because obviously that poll won't go up until September. Same thing for, week 0 here. That'll go up a week prior. And of course, so on. Week 1 through whenever. And of course, the NFL week 1 through 18. That's how that's going to work. There shouldn't be a ghost runner for the 10th. Yeah, no, I'm ready. I need that ghost runner to score. Somebody score more than the other guy, please. I am tired. This game has turned into a battle of like the Pirates and the Marlins, and we don't want that. We're not trying. I mean, if I wanted to see the Pirates play today, I would have called the Pirates game. But apparently, the Pirates and the Marlins decided to put on the Red Sox and Angels uniforms, and I understand you're probably a Red Sox or Angels fan here, so I guess I'm just calling out your team here. Not a great game. Great pitching up until about, I don't know. It was good pitching. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it when pitchers take like the full 20 seconds. That just bothers the crap out of me. 36 days till football. Yes, sir. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. I actually cut a commercial today at the radio station, and I put a college football fight song in the background because they're doing a high school football promo. Like, hey, so I just snuck in a little college football there. As here is Meyer. He's 2 for 3. As here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to probably score a run as Paris is going to throw it to the pitcher. The pitcher's going to cut it off, and just like that, thank goodness, we have a run. But, of course, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. The Angels could easily tie it up in the 10th. But the Red Sox are now up 2-1 in the top of the 10th. The Rockies and the Pirates. I guess that's more accurate. No, trash the Marlins. And that's just because of Jackson, by the way, in that JG9 chat. Just because of him. Just because of him am I going to mention the Marlins in this low-scoring affair. That's going to bring up Hamilton. Hamilton is pinch hitting for Toro. He's batting 181, OPS of 506. Now, we do have a mound visit here. 3 home runs, 10 RBIs on the year. FYI, I picked 3 guys to hit a home run, and the odds are usually 100 to 1. So I only bet $1 to win at least 100. You're not a general. Oh, okay. Well, that seems a lot better than how you've portrayed that in the past. As Justin Wilson, the former Pirate, is warming up in the Boston bullpen. Detmers, the new pitcher for the Angels, sets and fires, and that's going to be outside. Ball 1. Tried to bunt there, but did have to pull back. Detmers with an ERA of 4.64 on the year. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Bunt attempt, and that one is going to be fouled back. So it's 1-1. One count here. Red Sox taking the lead off the first pitch in the top of the 10th. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be a foul ball as he was trying to bunt there. So 1-2. The umpire and the catcher having a little chat there. I don't know what happened. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on first. Detmers sets and delivers. Chopper to second. Oh, there's 1 and 2. A double play. So Hamilton grounds into a double play, and that's going to bring up Abreu, who pinch hit for Refsnyder earlier in this one. Trying to set that mic on my head. It was falling off. He's 0 for 1, batting .252, OPS of .791. 36 days till football, man. I am ready. I'm ready for the preseason, even if it's just preseason. Here's the pitch. Almost hits him for ball 1. Abreu with 13 home runs and 36 RBIs on the year. Not a bad guy to have on the bench tonight, as that's going to be hit in between first and second. That's going to be a base hit. So with 2 outs, Abreu gets on, and that's going to bring in Roman Anthony. He's had some pretty good at-bats tonight. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a hit as his average. Well, he's batting .116 on the year, OPS of .516. But probably one of the better 0 for 4s you'll see, as he's worked a lot of counts. Had a line drive up the middle, just caught by, I think that was by Neto earlier. It was a fantastic play. As here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, ball 1. One-0 count here to Anthony. Detmers delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. Runner on first. Detmers sets. Looks over. And delivers. Checked his swing. I think he went. He did. That's going to be strike 2. As he's going to ask for time here. 1-2 count. If it stands, Detmers would be on the hook for the loss. Of course, again, that was the ghost runner. Here's the 1-2. That's way upstairs for ball 2. 2-2. Detmers sets. Looks over at first and delivers. That's low for ball 3. Three and 2. 2 outs. Boston up 2-1. Detmers fires right down the middle, and I was just praising how he'd been fantastic at the plate. He just watches strike 3 right down the middle. But the Boston Red Sox put up a run. Will it be enough? We'll find out at the bottom of the 10th as they lead 2-1. Heading to the bottom of the 10th. I don't know why I said it like that. Again, if you like what you see, folks, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Been doing this since opening day, kind of bounce around Major League Baseball. Of course, I do favor my Pirates, but I do favor, of course, what the subscribers of this channel like. A lot of NL West support here. So that's why you'll see, if you do scroll on my channel, you'll see a lot of Padres. You'll see a lot of Giants. You'll see a lot of Diamondbacks, though not in a while. Again, that's on me. That is my fault. And some Dodgers. It's just, I don't know why. The NL West seems to enjoy Dr. Delay. Maybe you do too, and you'll hit that subscribe button. It's free, I promise. The goal is to, of course, try to do a game tomorrow. There are some personal things happening tomorrow. I will try to be back in the afternoon to get a game in. I've done, what's that? Again, this is my 16th game in the last 2 weeks. So again, we're picking up the pace, averaging a stream, just over a stream a day, but, just say a stream. But yeah, also, again, you'll see football right here. I'm a huge football fan. If you're a football fan, then definitely hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing plenty of football, a lot of football, college, NFL. Of course, I'm doing preseason. As you see, the Hall of Fame game. I'm going to have to actually look at other preseason games to do. But, of course, you guys will be voting on games I do. Of course, I'll be doing every Steelers game. I'm a Steelers fan, but that afternoon window, the other window the Steelers don't play, you guys will be voting on that. So if that sounds appealing to you, then hit that subscribe button. I really do. Again, thank you very much. Every subscriber helps. I really do appreciate it. As we're working our way back here to Anaheim, as we're going to have Wade, Moore, and Paris due up in the bottom of the 10th. Kingery, he's got some speed to him. He's going to be the ghost runner at second. The Angels need a run to push this to the 11th, 2 to win. As Justin Wilson, again, he's going to be the pitcher. He pitched pitched for a lot of teams. 2.08 ERA. He's a former Pirate. I remember him from a long time ago, back when the Pirates were actually decent. As he looks back at Kingery, Wade steps into the box. Wilson sets and fires. That's going to be fouled back as we got this bottom of the 10th underway here. 0-1 count to Wade. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, batting .169, OPS of .535. Wilson looking at Kingery. Delivers. That's high and inside. Almost hit him for ball 1. 1-1 count here to Lamont Wade Jr. Wilson sets. Looking back at Kingery and fires. That's going to be fouled back. So we move to 1-2. Again, Christian Moore is on deck. 1-2 count here to Wade. Wilson sets. Looking at Kingery and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that is a huge out, number 1. As that'll bring up Christian Moore. He's 1 for 3, batting .171, OPS of .611. I've committed a crime before. Guess what crime it was? Speeding. Here is the first pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 1. 1-0 count. Kingery takes his lead. Wilson sets, looks back at Kingery, and delivers. That's going to be fouled back. Strike 1. You like the Paris kid, he is a rookie. He started out hot and then sent down to AAA, just brought him back up. Okay. I only know him through MLB The Show, so I can't really say I know much about him. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to center, and that one is... Oh, it's gone! That one was above the yellow line. The game is at least tied at the moment. Yeah, they're saying it's a home run. They were still playing it because it was off the wall, but it landed above the yellow line. We have a walk-off home run. Christian Moore, I believe he did this. Did he do this yesterday as well? The Angels just won. Came out of nowhere. They're going to check it, but as far as I'm concerned, that hit above the yellow line. And, of course, they were still playing it because, again, that wall out there, the Konica, if you're an Angels fan, you know what I'm talking about, hits that wall, and the Red Sox are still playing it. But I believe this is final. They show the replay. That it is over. The Angels just walked it off here in the bottom of the 10th. Christian Moore is the hero for the Angels. Wow, what a finish. And I was kind of ready for this to end, but of course, that's a great way to end it, That's fun. It had been pretty lethargic for a good bit, but the Angels and Christian Moore powering through in the bottom of the 10th. They're going to move to 39-40 on the year. The Red Sox fall to 40-41. And of course, if you liked what you saw, folks, if you're not subscribed, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. It really does. And again, I really do thank you very much for letting me call this game for you. Hopefully I did a good enough job to where you hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you're a football fan as well, baseball season is not the end of this channel. In fact, it's really the beginning. It's really the beginning where I think my talent will kind of shine there, as I do have a lot more experience doing football with actual local networks for high school football, and of course my love for football. That's my number one sport. So if you like football, definitely subscribe. Hopefully you enjoy that content later down the road. And, of course, I got some more baseball for you guys coming up. Of course, I'm at 59 baseball videos, of course, or live streams. I will, of course, try to get 60 tomorrow, as I have a lot of, stuff happening tomorrow. But I will try. I'm definitely going to try to get number 60 tomorrow. Thanks, Doctor, for the great game. Yeah, see you next time. Thank you very much, sports. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for me. You guys all have a great night. Thank you again for watching. Again, like and subscribe. Angels winning 3-2, so congratulations to the Angels. Angels actually get their first win when I cover them. So now they are 1-2. Whereas Boston, they're now 1-3. So I get to write that. Good call. Thanks. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, no, I gotta start driving to Houston. That's 3 hours away from me tomorrow in 6.5 hours. Yes, I'm so excited for it. Again, you guys all have a great night. Jesus is Lord. God bless. Yes, no, 100%. You guys all be careful. Again, thank you very much for choosing me tonight as your voice for this game. Good night.